Riu Palace Peninsula Cancun. This is the most iconic resort in Cancun. It dominates the skyline. You can see it from miles away. But what I want to know, will it dominate my vacation memories as well? Will the experience match its style? We will find out. This is Riu Palace Peninsula Cancun. This is a junior suite in the adults only section of this property. It's also called the VIP area, also called the villa section. This junior suite has the traditional palace layout with the bathroom right off the entryway, water closet on one side, step-in shower with the frosted glass on the other, dual vanity. And as you segue into the main portion of the room, you have the four horsemen on the right, gin, vodka, rum, tequila, and below that is the coffee maker, and then below that is the mini bar. On the other side of the minibar is the jacuzzi tub. This is one of two jacuzzi tubs in this room. I'll show you the other one in just a second. This jacuzzi tub separates the bathroom from the main area. You can roll out of bed into the jacuzzi, or you can roll out of the jacuzzi into the bed. As you transition into the bedroom area, king size bed on the left, nice TV on the right. Because I am Riu Gold, there was a nice plate of chocolate covered strawberries waiting for me when I walked in, as well as this bottle of tequila, which will definitely not go unused. And also because I'm Riu Gold, I was upgraded to an ocean view suite. I'm on the first floor, which is really cool. There is another jacuzzi tub out there. It's bigger, it's better, a nice spacious patio. And because I'm on the first floor, I can just step out onto the grounds immediately. I don't even have to go through my own room door. I can just walk out from my patio. And the adults only pool, which looks really cool, is only steps away, which we're definitely gonna enjoy. Typically, you don't see a Krystal and a Kulinarium at the same property. Krystals are reserved for palace properties, and then Kulinariums are reserved for the regular Riu. But this Kulinarium is a part of what they call the VIP area. And the VIP area is basically adults only. It's these villas or villas. There's a private pool, there's wait staff here, you got Kulinarium, and of course you have the refuge of adults only at a busy place like this. For a Riu, that dinner was actually pretty good. And you might be wondering, James, why do you always say for a Riu? Well, I say for a Riu because this place is $220 a night. All you can eat, all you can drink, Riu party, all the activities and all the events. I just booked a hotel at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport for $475 a night, just the room. So for $222 in paradise, all you can eat or drink, plus all the Riu parties, that price is insane. So expectations are really low. Speaking of Riu party, I'm gonna get changed. Tonight, we're doing it big. We have the white party. Absolutely worst Riu party I've ever been to in my life. Not brutal with a capital B, brutal with a capital B-R-U, brutal. Not the crowd's fault. The DJ did everything, he or she, I'm not even sure there was a DJ, but whatever it, who, they was, the set list was terrible. If you're gonna play 1980s, 1990s bebop hip hop, if you're gonna play 1980s rock hair band, if you're gonna play 70s disco, play that before 8. Because after 8, I want house music so loud, I'm gonna get a concussion. I want trance that's gonna put me into a seizure. I want big room that's gonna make my chest explode. I do not want Girls Wanna Have Fun, Barbie Girl, or Backstreet's Back on repeat, which it was. That was absolutely atrocious. I was appalled, still am. So mad I might actually write Mr. Riu a letter. He needs to be aware of this. This was absolutely terrible. Coolest thing actually about last night was the private entrance between Peninsula and Caribe. That makes getting to, or more importantly, leaving the Riu party really quick and easy. Move of the trip is tipping the hamburger guy a couple dollars. I got 2 fresh burgers right off the grill. They made all the difference. I cannot believe how amazingly delicious they were. Riu, non-Riu, they were awesome. Hanging out at the swim up bar right now. Pretty adult crowd, in fact, exclusively adult at the moment, hence the bar. The best part of this entire area is the landscape. Gorgeous palms, lush greenery, very tropical, very stunning. There's an actual archaeological site behind me. And then, of course, you have this building as the backdrop. It is the landmark, it's the staple. You do not understand or appreciate the gravitas and beauty of this building until you are underneath it. It is definitely a marvel. I can see why it is the most famous building in Cancun. I definitely miss my calling as, or in a previous life, I already was a Mayan dancer. This is something I would be excellent at. I could definitely do the moves. It's like basic hip hop meets interpretive dance meets mosh pit meets freestyle. And most importantly, energy and creativity seems to take a big priority over like tight 8 counts and choreography. There seems to be an infatuation with fire, and you could even work in like feats of strength, physical fitness into the routine. I would be absolutely amazing at this, and if there was a vision quest every month, maybe once a week, I would sign up right now. Evening is here. I'm running on fumes. Only 2 nights left, technically. Hard to believe that this trip is almost over. I'm off to Krystal, which is almost always the best restaurant at a Riu. I'm going for that reason alone, and number 2, I've never seen a Kulinarium and a Krystal on the same property. I definitely want to take advantage of that. I got things started this morning at the coffee shop. I had a cappuccino, I had a latte. As soon as the caffeine kicked in, I transitioned to the flip side, which is the lobby bar. I had a Riviera Maya. Now I'm ready to get things started. I am just about to go to the adults only pool, but before I get there, I want to say, although I'm often critical of this Miami Vice, 1990s mob boss, over-the-top glitter, just in-your-face color choices, I'm gonna miss it once it's gone. It is long in the tooth and it is a little old, but this design has been a style of these Riu Palaces for the last decade, and I'm gonna miss it once it's gone. It is going away, by the way. This property is slated for a remodel sometime next year, and I think that facelift will take an already great experience and enhance it to the next level. The adults only pool is a lot more popular than I would have ever imagined, but it makes sense. The location is perfect. It's right off the villa section, and it's perched on kind of the top of the property, so you have survey over everything else. It is a lot more quiet and tranquil and upscale up here than it is off the rest of the property, but you still do get the vibes and energy kind of radiating up here a little bit, so it is the best of both worlds. My favorite aspect, besides being on the first floor, is the wait staff. They're constantly combing back and forth, making sure everyone's happy. And if you're on the first floor, like I am, and on your patio, you could flag someone down and have them bring drinks right to your room. The action, the energy, the crowd, the excitement, the electricity, the experience, everything at the adultish pool today was elevated a couple notches. I can only assume that is because the pink party is going down right now at Riu Caribe. It's about the peak. I'm heading over there, and I'll fill you in on the beach later. The pink party is one of my favorites, along with the neon party, because people usually show up to those two events, and today was no exception. There were people in the back pool, both bars had action, there were lines to the shot places, the hookah station had action, and even the elusive VIP area had people in it, which you don't always see. The only thing I don't like about the Riu Cancun venue is its setup. It's not in the sun, it's in the shade. By the time you get there in the afternoon, the sun is already passed. And if you're coming to Cancun and you go to a day party, you would expect to be in the sunlight, and you just don't get it here. But overall, that was a fun time, and again, that is the standard. They only get crazier from there. So it's my last night here, and I'm doing something special for dinner. This never gets old. This building is iconic. I just love being out here. Not only with this building as a beautiful backdrop, but just these courtyards and these grounds. They might be maybe the best I've seen out of any Riu. And the way that it's anchored with the building, and when you're at the coffee shop, when you're at the lobby, how you can just kind of see out here. With the beach and with the archaeological site and everything, being out here is really, really special. If eclairs and desserts in general underneath the chocolate fountains are wrong, then I don't ever want to be right. That is one of the best ideas I've ever had in my life. The buffet here is great. Not for a Riu, just great in general. It might be as good, if not even a little bit better than the one over at Kukulkan. It's not as polished, and it might not have the entree breadth or diversity, but what it lacks in that area, it certainly makes up for like in ancillary items. And frankly, I'm impressed that Riu's made such strides in their food overall, especially at the buffets, in a short time. I remember years ago when I would walk into a Riu buffet and I'd be lucky to find a couple things I liked. Now it's flipped, completely inverted. When I walk in, there's only a few things I don't like. Two thoughts. Number one, how is that Riu sign not illuminated? It needs to be. That would add so much moxie to this outdoor experience. It is on the front side. I don't know why it's not on the back. Number two, this property is proportioned perfectly, and I just noticed it now. But I was thinking back to my time at the lobby bar this morning. The coffee shop was busy, and I think it was actually completely full, but it wasn't overcrowded. Everyone had a table. Same thing for the lobby bar tonight. Pretty much packed, but not overcrowded. Everyone had a seat. And then I started to think about it even further. I'm like, wow, the entire property has been this way. The pool's busy, but not overcrowded, definitely not overwhelming. Adult-only pool. People there from morning till night every day, but it was perfectly sized and it was actually a serene experience. Even the smaller restaurants like Krystal, they seem to be small on purpose because when you walk in, there's more than enough seating. Whoever designed this property did an absolute brilliant job. I cannot believe I did 2 entertainment shows in one trip. I surprise myself sometimes. And yes, the Mayan show was an entertainment show. It was just during the day, which is one of the reasons I went. The Michael Jackson show I've seen multiple times at multiple Rius. This is probably the best one I've seen. Mexican Michael Jackson definitely had some moves, and the ladies, the dancers, were pretty exceptional. Overall, I love it when the crowd comes out for these large Riu shows. Everyone is out on the courtyard, lots of great energy. People were singing along, clapping. I'm actually really glad I went. So there's one more thing to do before I wrap up this video, at least one more thing, and that is check out the sports bar. My early morning flight snuck up on me much quicker than I ever anticipated, so I need to wrap up this video on the road. That shot of tequila at the sports bar certainly didn't do me any favors either. The sports bar was a little tame, but that's okay because there's more than enough energy and action at the property in itself. The sports bar is going to be your place for a cocktail during any time of day or night. The same goes for food. It's also a low-key place to get a quick and easy coffee. As far as the pros and the cons and my overall rating of the property, I'm going to start with the positives because I need to talk about the beach. This is one of my favorite beaches of all time, possibly my favorite in Cancun. From a distance, the beach is deceiving. It doesn't look like much until you get up close, and then you realize it's not minuscule, it's actually massive. And it's the perfect setup. It has essentially everything you could want. It has crystal clear waters, coves, cliffs. There's more of a public social area, there is a more secluded private area, and there's more than enough space and seating to fit everybody on property. My second positive would be the grounds. These are the most beautiful, luscious, and captivating Riu grounds I've ever seen, even better than Riu Palace, Costa Rica, which I thought I'd never say. Just being outside at this property is a remarkable, unforgettable experience, especially at this price. Combine that with 4 general pools, each with a different personality, 1 adult-only pool, an archaeological site, of course the beach, and with that architectural gem in the background hovering over everything, it is an incredible, unique experience that you will not find anywhere else in Cancun. And my last positive would be the options. The beach, the pool, the grounds, those alone justify booking this property right now, but there are several different restaurant choices, daytime entertainment, nighttime entertainment. There's a family side, there's an adult-only side. Every day there's a full list of day activities. The nightlife is great with the sport bar and the lobby bar. And it's all punctuated by the Riu parties, which are right next door at Riu Caribe. There are 4 per week, and walking over there is fast and simple. The negatives at this property are minor. They're more footnotes than anything, but I do want to highlight a few. The first one would be the style, especially in the rooms and the lobby. It is outdated and certainly in need of the upcoming refresh. Number two would be the restaurants. Not the food, but the actual restaurants, the choices and the menus. It's not the fresh, current, modern, trendy choices that you'll find at like a Riu Palace Barbaro or a Riu Palace Kukulkan. And also the menus at the restaurants are the same ones that have been around for a decade. Hopefully the remodel brings some vibrance to this area of the property as well. And lastly would be the layout, specifically for the adult-only VIP section. It's probably 50 feet from the Riu Party Zone at neighboring Riu Caribe, which means you are going to hear ear-shattering music in your room 4 times a week. Ultimately, I'm rating Riu Palace Peninsula a 5. The experience inside is just as iconic as the design outside. Usually I am much more excited about the adult-only Rius compared to the general ones, but this all-ages Riu is the best I've been to, and I'm absolutely looking forward to coming back.